Alrighty, I just want to do a quick little video now that I've got 1,200 miles on the truck. This is going to be some nitpicks I have with the Frontier. Still my favorite vehicle of all time though. Had a lot of vehicles, as I've mentioned in previous videos, Dodge Rams. I've been selling vehicles for a very long time, sold a lot of major brands, take a lot of vehicles in on trade, a couple years old, pretty much familiar with every kind of vehicle. I definitely wouldn't trade this for anything right now, but let's go over some of the nitpicks. So I have the SV Crew Cab, and it has a technology package, which it's pretty cool. It has reverse braking and stuff, which was a nice feature. It does turn on even when I'm backing up. It senses like parking, the little parking stones, which are about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches high, but I guess I'd rather be safer than sorry, so that's not even really a nitpick. But a nitpick with a tech package, it doesn't have the push button entry on the door, so you do have to use the key fob. I thought that was kind of a weird thing to leave out for tech package. It does not have remote start, which is again kind of weird for tech package. However, I really don't like using remote start. I'm one of these animal people, so every time I start my vehicle, I like pretty much open up the hood, make sure there's nothing in there. A lot of animals get into the engines, and I'm always finding them on the highway down here, and it's pretty sad. So I really don't like the remote start anyway, but that's something to think about. Let's see. Now this one is going to be a negative at first, but I've actually grown to like it, and it was the power steering is not electric. It is a classic hydraulic power steering. It's very tough when you first start driving the vehicle, and when you first get in the vehicle, you might start thinking like, what the heck is this? And I can assure you, after about 3 days, you don't notice the difference. After you've gotten out of being used to your old vehicle, and you probably won't want to go back. It's got a really good feel, and I feel like I like it a lot more. I don't think I would want to go back to electric power steering at this point. Now one weird thing, this is a 22. They went with leaf springs in the rear. A lot of the vehicles, like even Dodge Ram for the past many years, my 14, 15, something like that, had, was it 14 or 15? I don't know. Somewhere in the teens, I had one, and it was, they started using coil spring in the bed, and it was a heavy duty coil, and still had the capability to put weight in it. But when you went over speed bumps and stuff like that, it had you don't get that bed hop. So they did decide to go with the leaf springs in this. I feel like the build quality of this truck is really, really good. Every single detail, even the seats, which, just the way they're put together is really, really nice. I mean, it's really, really solid. So I kind of feel like everything they did for a reason, like the steering, and that those leaf springs are going to last forever. I'm sure they've got to be more durable than even the heavy-duty springs on the other vehicles, but you are going to sacrifice a little bit of ride quality. But it doesn't ride bad at all. It drives great, actually. Just if you go over like a speed bump or something, you're gonna feel it a little bit. Next thing, I feel like the steering wheel is a little bit busy. Maybe just a lot of it is getting used to it, but I think there's too many buttons on the steering wheel. It's kind of weird, but I have difficulty, like I have to actually look, which takes away from the purpose of having steering wheel controls. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I mean, I'm getting a little bit more used to it, but I think it's got too many buttons. The last thing I'm gonna say is there's no telescopic steering wheel. Why is this doing that? So I really would have liked to see a telescopic steering wheel on this thing. But again, it's not that bad. I am maybe about 5'11", maybe slightly less. I do have like pretty long arms. I mean, like really long arms. So for me, it's not a big deal. I just kind of like to be able to do it. but I mean, I guess you'll have to sit in the truck and see. It's comfortable though. I don't have any issues with it. But just another quick little look at everything, so you can see. I know it's not coming through the best with the lighting right now, but everything is really good quality. This is the armrest. It's got some kind of texture. It's got the same texture on the door panel. The armrest here is padded. Feels comfortable. This does not have a leather wrap steering wheel, but I can't say that that's a negative. I think this is going to hold up way better over time, and you could always, I'm sure, wrap it if you wanted to. But I'm okay with the steering wheel being like that, so I'm not even going to call that a nitpick. One other nitpick that I just remembered is the start button is very out of the way. I have a feeling the 4x4 would go right there, switch, but it's almost like when I'm standing outside the vehicle and I go to, it's like weird. It's all the way around the corner. I think that start button is in a little bit of a weird place, but again, that's really pushing it for nitpicking. You see it's got a really nice screen, really nice interior quality. The floor mats they almost look like Berber carpet or something like that. Again, I'm sitting out here in the dark, so sorry, but you get the idea. The floor mats are definitely very nice. Really, everything is very nice. I don't have any concerns for quality on this vehicle. Definitely would not consider, one of the American small trucks over this, not by a long shot. Japanese vehicle. This is made in the United States, and the only thing better would be a vehicle made in Japan, but that's not the case. But definitely better than like Mexico, which is most of what you're going to be looking at where it's made. Most other trucks. So the seats are very comfortable. The seats are different than normal vehicle seats. It's got some kind of heavy padding in it. I read something about 0G, but you can definitely tell they feel different. But that's it. Just wanted to give you something to think about. And again, still my favorite vehicle. Got a little bit dirty now, as you can see. And that's it. Thanks.